Now, I tend to believe that Gen Z will be the poorest generation. It's only a matter of time. We had Gen X and those who came before them. We had millennials, and now we have Gen Zs. In the next 10 years, most of the Gen Zs will be more than 35 years or more than 30 years. And we expect them to own something. But look at the world we are living now. Most of the businesses are owned by millennials and above. Most of the jobs are occupied by millennials and above. Most of the houses are owned by millennials and above. And almost everything on this earth is owned by millennials and above. The Gen Zs came at a time when everything is expensive, from land, from houses, from education and anything. It's expensive. Yet, this is a generation which doesn't believe in saving or investing. They just want to live. They want to live today, enjoy, and they don't want to invest. And you tell them to invest in land, in owning a home, they don't believe in that, majority of them. And they don't want to be advised. In this generation, Gen Z, majority of them smoke weed, something that we do not even believe in. Majority of them drink alcohol. Most of them are reckless and they don't want advice. Majority of the Gen Zs don't do farming. They believe that farming is done by old people. They don't want to own land for farming. And they don't want to do hard work. They believe hard work is for millennials and above. Now, it will reach a time when Gen Zs are not going to be covered by parents and older siblings. Once they reach 25 and above, they'll go and rent their own homes and have responsibilities. Their parents are going to retire and leave them to bear with their own responsibilities. Now, since they don't want to own anything, 10 years from now, they'll start facing what we call midlife crisis. And also, this is one generation that will be the most depressed. Because they own nothing, they are going to be paying bills until they retire. And there's nothing as bad as not owning anything. And if the income they depend on cease to exist, they are in trouble. Now we are in a generation or in a period where there is artificial intelligence, which is taking jobs for many people. The jobs that used to keep others busy and give them income are taken by AI. So the number of Gen Zs who are jobless is high. And now these are the people we depend on in future. The saddest part is that already millennials, majority of them don't own anything. They are waiting for their fathers or parents to disappear or to give them assets, or they're waiting to inherit assets from their fathers. These millennials are the parents of the Gen Zs. So if they own nothing, what will be the situation for Gen Zs? So I believe in future, Gen Zs are in trouble. They are going to face the hardest times. They are going to be depressed the most. And if you are a business person at this time, there are businesses we are going to do to target Gen Zs in future. One of them is to have a mental hospital, because most of them are smoking weed. They are drinking alcohol excessively, and they're living a reckless lifestyle. So in future, if you have a mental hospital, the better. The second business is rental business. Build apartments, build houses which Gen Zs will rent in future. If you do that, then in future you're going to be very rich. So another business which is very good for you, if you have money, buy land now and do farming. Gen Zs don't believe in farming. So if you're going to do farming in future, you're going to feed Gen Zs, and the money will be towards your direction, and you will be very rich. If you do these three businesses, you are going to be the next billionaire. The future billionaires will be in agriculture, health, healthcare, and also real estate, because of Gen Zs. So the few Gen Zs who are available, who are ready to invest, this is the best time. Buy land, do business, because the future does not look good for you. There is no employment for you in future. If you're not innovative enough, if you're wasting time, you're going to suffer the most. Already the millennials, majority of them who are taking things for granted 10 years ago, are now facing the reality. They own nothing, while others who are serious own something. They're not paying rent. They have their own businesses. They're not battling diseases. Someone who was drinking 15 years ago, right now, is taking drugs for diabetes, for high blood pressure. And most of those people have been told, if you are not going to stop drinking, you will not exist in the next 1 year. And those are the consequences these Gen Zs are going to face. And they're going to face even more consequences, because almost all of them are smoking weed. And you know the consequences of smoking. So if you do that, smoke weed, cigar, and then you are drinking alcohol, now imagine the consequences after 15 years. So that's why Gen Zs are going to spend more on health, and they're going to be depressed more, and they're not going to own anything. So generally, they're going to be the poorest generation they've ever had, unless they change.